Well, hello. I'm not sure if anybody's watching. I'm kind of doing this at a spur of the somewhat moment to test out some stuff and hopefully resolve any crashing issues. And I might just do a little more research on that fun calendar thing I've been working on. So I may be just talking in the void now, but hello if I'm not. Or all right, so I'm going to start switching stuff around and we'll see if things start breaking. Oh, Tan is here. Hello. Wow. At least we got somebody to be a guinea pig for some of the setup here and see if I get this working. So let's make sure chat brings up. Yep, you are there. And we will now bring in the source and chat. There is VS Code. And then, because I had to change the way our studio is set up, let's see if that shows up. Yes, it does. Good. Notifications worked. Okay, good. I did, I don't know if I got the tweet thing set up, but at least Twitch did the other fun stuff. So now I want to go back to VS Code. I want to make sure I cleaned up my my OBS script. So Tan, you probably, I'm not sure if you've seen something like this before, but there's this awesome tool called OBS CLI, which basically is a wrapper around the OBS WebSocket stuff, and it lets you kind of do some automation things with certain commands in OBS, and I'm able to like switch scenes on the fly, make things visible or not, and resize windows, and do all sorts of fun stuff. So I think it's working. I had to modify a couple things to make it a little more clean and add some sleep statements in Bash to make sure it didn't get crazy. So I'm gonna go ahead and commit some of this stuff while it's fresh in my mind. Get this in my GitHub and then I'll polish. Let's push that up. Good stuff. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm going to find that now. Let's test the desktop thing. Yeah, good catch, Tan. I want to make sure I put in links here. So let me push that. Okay, we're here. All right, so I'm gonna search for it now, and then I'll put the link in. Called OBS CLI. Now I run Linux on my setup, so the way I install OBS and by proxy things like this is through what's called a snap package, which is kind of like it bundles everything in one container kind of thing without being Docker, but it handles all the dependencies for me. So if you were ever to switch to Linux, I'd highly recommend this, but of course you don't need Linux for this. I'm gonna put in a link to kind of the upstream project source. Yeah, this is it right here. Put that in. There you go. So yeah, anytime you want to test that out, yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. So I'm gonna go back to our studio for a second, and I'm gonna rejiggle my VS Code stuff because I want to close out that OBS stuff and get back into my container if I am daring to go to VS Code again. But it didn't really work as well in the other stream because Reticulate apparently doesn't play nicely with it, and I don't know why. But anyway, it's not a huge deal, but I'll just get that going. Yeah, maybe Choco does. I haven't played with Choco much on the Windows side, if that's what I think it is. But anyway, I'll rebuild that. Now we got our studio going, so let's go ahead and open that project up that we had from yesterday. Shinycal. Oh yeah, well, me too. Yeah, at work we use Red Hat Linux for all of our. We have like different groups of servers, like login servers, as well as these HPC cluster nodes. They all run Linux under the hood. So literally every day on my Mac, the work gave me a Mac. I basically SSH into the servers every day. We have our studio server, so I'm into that. It's on the Linux servers as well. So really my Mac, other than some local testing with VS Code and Docker stuff, it's really just a email slash SSH client and web browser for my work stuff. So, okay, so I am going to get back to the files here. Where did I leave off with?
I love the power glove.
Have the hello script. Well, that didn't mean. Still tempted to play with that other package, although maybe like that Python one, but frankly, it's probably not worth it to play with that now. Maybe I just go with that other package that Monica found yesterday and just work with that. So that's where I was prototyping that over here, and I did look at how we import the ICS files. Let's just go ahead and run that. Yeah, we got it here. And if I can, like, with the time I have tonight, if I can just get it into the shape that shiny or that Toast UI calendar widget needs, then that will be another kind of little win here, so to speak, and not have to rely on that example that they have in the package. So let me take a look at the DF that we have here. We got quite a few things.
I love the power glove.
And I just need to work with this in the Shiny app to just grab the things I need. So, okay, I'm gonna start. I'm debating whether I do Golem now, because I'm eventually going to do it, just to get it over with, and then start folding in the bits after that. Yeah, why not? Now what's tricky is with Golem, I'm not sure if it will be kind to me for trying to put Golem into a directory that already exists. So what I do at work is I send the Golem stuff to another temp directory, and then I manually kind of copy everything in. It's kind of clunky, but I know it works because I've done it, so I just go ahead and do that. So let me close this out. Oh no, Tan, I'm sorry for that. My stream elements went crazy on you. While we do that, I'm going to see if I can fix that for you. I apologize for that. How do I... Oh, that's bizarre. Why would it do that to you? I may go to stream elements on the fly here. Let me do that. So I'm on the screen now. So if anyone else is watching this, I'm like debugging stuff with OBS and my streaming setup at the same time as doing the Shiny stuff. So I'm just gonna see if I can work on this a bit.
Yeah, well, just keep your power gloves off her.
Trying to look at this a bit. So I'm not sure what it made you have the timeout about, but I'm gonna reduce those quite a bit. I may turn off some of these. Yeah, I turned off caps protection, excessive amount of symbols. We'll let that go. Yeah. I'll only protect the links. So, okay. I've changed it in stream elements. So hopefully, let's say sorry. And hopefully will let you back. Okay. All right. Well, I don't know. I'm still new to stream elements. In certain parts, I'm good with the overlay stuff, but all this like spammy bot stuff, I'm still trying to figure that out. All right. So where was I? Golem. Yeah. So let me see where I am. Okay. Now, unlike my Visual Studio Code container, the Docker container for our Studio server has more sane file paths, so I could just, even in this file pane, just start creating stuff. Column, yeah. So we're gonna get the app created. Create golem. Just gonna brute force the path. Golem. Oh, shiny project. Sorry. And then I'm gonna call it shinycal here. Let's see, I don't want to open it. And I think that's good enough. Okay, let's just do that. Okay, so we've got it. Let me check some stuff on this side. Okay, all right, so now we need to start copying stuff. Maybe the terminal is the best way to do it. Okay. Okay, so we need to copy all this stuff. So let's start doing that. Just an easy way. There we go. Down in. And then we'll do dev. Got it. Then we will do inst. Then the man for the manual pages. Namespace. And then, well, welcome back, Tan. I did relax some of the rules in that stream element spot. I hope it helps. I'm sorry for that. Like I said, I'm still learning how all this works. Okay, I think I've got it. Yep. Yeah, you're definitely back. I was trying to send. Oh, right. You know what? Obviously, you're very trustworthy. I should somehow make you a moderator for my streams if you're going to be coming more often, which that's cool if you are. That way you can have more privileges in this. Of course, I'm a dunce on this and I don't know how to do that. Oh, roles manager. I might. Oh, okay. I've got it. Let me add you now. All right, you are about to become a moderator, which I think gives you more privileges. Okay, you're a mod now. All right, you're in. So I think that lets you do links, but if it doesn't, that would be crazy, but I'm pretty sure it will. And let me know if anything else goes haywire, but yeah, I definitely trust you. You've been very helpful to me, so you are in. Good. So now I've got the golem stuff set up, and so now let's take a look. Oh yeah, yep, links work. Oh, let's take a look at what you have here. Another caldav. Open that up. Well, hey, what do we have here? Yeah, let me hold this up. We'll take a look at it together. Caldav. Well, it's 9 months ago, so it's pretty recent. Simple package for making caldav requests to retrieve calendar information from servers. Yeah, let's take a look at what they do here. Caldav get all, so they, okay, so it's very similar. Oh, they even use Nextcloud as well. Oh, that's cool. And they've got, okay, well, this looks promising. Why not throw it in? So it's just called caldav. Okay, I'm good with that. Yeah, so yeah, no, I definitely haven't seen this one. It's never came up in my searches, so I'm gonna throw it in. Why not? And we're gonna compare her against the other one that Monica found, and I'm just gonna take whatever one's easiest. I'll tell you one thing, oh, did I not spell it right? I'm on, well, let's take the, oh, it's not on Cran. Is it on Cran? Maybe not. That may be what, well, it says it is. Let's check it out. It's not very tested. Yeah, I know. That's always what I notice here. But boy, I don't, well, I'll try just putting it in the URL for this. Yeah. Whoops, did I lost the link. Hold on. I'm just going to install it from GitHub then. That's quite all right with me. Go back to your link here. Okay. Yeah, we'll give this a shot. I should have DevTools on here. I'll throw this in my Docker container, Docker Compose, over to remotes. Whoops. Alright, so that was Peter Nisner caldav. Okay. Well, it definitely had some C code behind it, or at least I think it did. Maybe not. No, it didn't. Okay. Just by compiling it. Okay, we got it. Now, let's try that out in the dummy script first. I do have all the golem stuff copied over, so we're good there. Yeah. All right. Let's see. So let's load it. Make sure it loads. Yep, it loads just fine. So apparently, oh yeah, sorry, I gotta switch our studio. By the way, Tan, I'll show you this in case I didn't tell you before, but let me zoom in here a second. So what I use to switch stuff is a Stream Deck, and I've got a program on Linux that lets me program all the buttons. Of course, if you're on Windows, this is actually easier for you. But I got all a bunch of trick stuff where I go into our studio, VS Code, just the desktop, and starting my stream and resizing stuff. So that's what I use whenever you see me look down and click around stuff. Cool. So let's go back to this and start working out some examples here. I'm just going to copy their example and we're going to tweak it obviously to our liking. Okay, so the URL, we've got that right here. In fact, I'm just gonna start copying it down here and then we'll switch it out. So I think this should just work. We'll find out. Okay, now the user. Yeah, I'll admit, Tan, I have sunk a lot of hours into this tweaking. Oh, sorry, I gotta go back to our studio. Silly me. There we go. I've sunk a lot of hours to tweaking this because it got kind of addicting after a while. And I wanted to kind of stand out a little bit. So yeah, it's been fun, but a lot of time. So what I want to do is I want to mimic what I did in the Python thing, and that will be simply grabbing the environment variables here. Then that should, in theory, be the same thing. Like, honestly, if I can get away from the Python stuff, I'll be happy with it at this point, because you can see I just have bad luck with it in many different ways. So it'd be great if I can get around it. Oh, I think I switched the scene. It should be... It's not showing the code yet. I think it's... At least on my OBS it's showing it. Let me know if you're still seeing just my face scene, because I thought I had switched it. That's bizarre if it didn't. Okay, we'll try running that. Well, there was an error, it looks like. Let's see if we actually got anything back. Oh, you're on mobile. Okay, yeah, so there must be a delay there. Well, cal data did work. Let's see what we got. But didn't grab anything back. So it's either the URL or, well, let's see. We can try running cat on that. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it screwed up. So I gotta figure out, let's look at the package docs and see. Like you said, this doesn't seem to have a lot of use. What in the world? Oh, okay, that is the function name, yeah. URL to endpoint. Now they... Oh. So they want a more full URL. Okay, I think I know what I have to do then. Alright, I think I have to change the URL then. That might be it. They want the direct URL, it looks like. Oops. Let's see if that does any better. I think that did. Yes, it did. Oh, yes, it did. It worked. It definitely worked. Now, let's start exploring that object. Now, it's basically a characters vector. We'll save it out. And we'll see what I'm talking about. Well, it's a little, basically they just pasted everything together. So unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be any better than the one Monica found in terms of my purposes, because I'm not going to regex and split this nonsense. I want it as a data frame. So let me go back to the, it was worth a look though. I'm glad we have now looked at 3 different options. And let's look at the data frame part again and see. I feel like I could do more with this and maybe have an easier time converting it to the structure that I need. Okay. So I think the key is just getting the details of this. Let's look at the content. Well, yeah, I might be able to reline it, but it's like this kind of does it for me in a sense. Like now we could reline it, but is it really going to give me any benefit over to what this data frame is giving me? Where, yeah, some of the data frame column names aren't exactly tidy, but that is something I feel like I have an easier time with than the, like I said, I'll compare with what we have here. And what's interesting is that only returned like, oh, hold on a second. Let's look at this X for a second. Yeah, it's only 18 elements. Yeah, let me look at that again. Well, we do have 18 events, so okay, but yeah, just when oh, okay, hold on a second. Oh, yeah, it's 18 elements. Okay, so yeah, it does have one element per event. And that's just like how this data frame has 18 rows per event. So, I mean, yeah, I'm just, yeah, I'm more comfortable with if it's in a data frame already, just to grab stuff out. But if this goes haywire, I've got a good backup plan. So we'll, like I said, we'll keep a record of it. But right now I'm probably gonna go with calendar for now. Oh wait, no, oh wait. Forgot one important detail. Calendar expects the ICS file, so there's trade-offs here. The one you found is great because it just gets the objects from the authentication. So yeah, if I can read ICS, if I could feed the vector of today's calendar into ICS, yeah. Or I just make a data frame out of these character elements, but well, yeah, let's explore this a bit. Why not? And like I said, I'm just literally experimenting tonight. So if we experiment with string splitting this by the new line character, will we get basically each thing? So maybe we do some per pad magic here. And we'll make a list for now. We're gonna map over this X. I gotta remember the order of arguments here. String pattern. I think we'll need 2 of these because R needs the delimit. Let's give this a shot. Okay, we definitely got stuff. Okay, so what I was kind of afraid of is that they don't all have the same number of elements, but that might not matter because I'm only interested in certain ones. So I could subset it further to just get what I need. So let's look at one of them. Okay, let's see. Begin, so I think I need just the description. Let's see, extract. Yeah, I mean, I could just extract the things I need. That's kind of where I'm getting at, is I want to see what I want first, and then I'm going to make a custom function to just grab the bits from it. Now I'll make sure that other package, the calendar one, does. Oh, this is what you were thinking about. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, okay. I like where you're going with this. So now X is lines read in from an iCal file. So you think those lines would be just like what this package is giving me. Okay, I see where you're going with this. So do the X is basically all those lines. Let's give it a shot just for fun. X. Now what the heck happened there? I see read. Oh yeah. Let's look at I see read. Yeah, good call. Well, right, yeah, this is what we were doing before, where we had. Oh, but oh, okay. So you think this? Yeah. In fact, let's just look at what an ICS file actually looks like. It'd be good to. I've never actually opened one of these before. Oh, so silly me. It is like a... Yeah, okay, so... an ICS file really is just like a dump of these lines. Okay, I see. So... we're basically combining the two things. We can IC read just X and see... invalid description argument. Hold on, maybe I screwed up here. Let's see what cal data is again. Well, it's a list. Blah, 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 blah. The calendar is the thing. But that... let me... Oh, it's expecting a real file path. Oh, okay. So we could write it as a temporary file and then bring it back. So it's kind of a... Okay, maybe try that. So we'll take this X, we'll just write this to a file. Let's make sure that worked. Oh yeah, that looks... Although I don't like what it did here. It messed up some of the lines here in the description, but maybe that's some I'll have to... Yeah, that's gonna probably mess it up a bit, but... Definitely took a lot of stuff though. So maybe a better way to do that than a straight cat. I'm just gonna correct it manually for now, and then we'll have to figure this out at some point. Yeah, let me see everyone. Alright, make sure there's any other nonsense in the lines here. Looking good. Okay, we'll save that out, and we'll see if this works. And let's IC read, and just feed in the path to that file. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. So, okay. So, if the file is generated in a clean way, we basically have replicated that process. So, caldav gets us the ICS file. then calendar can import the contents. And that way we're not having to do all that regex string splitting kind of stuff. Cool. So one way or another, we found a way to not necessarily have to manually download that ICS file from Nextcloud. We can now use this combination of packages to grab it, write it to a temp file, bring it back in with IC read, and then we're just gonna work with that. Okay. I need to write the heck that down because I will forget that tomorrow. Now, I'm going to start cleaning some stuff up here because it's going to bug me if I don't. This hello is like my major prototyping script. So I'm going to save that out to the dev folder that Golem likes. Okay. And I'll move the Python code folder. Get back. Move our code to that dev folder. Okay, let's look here. I got most everything cleaned up. I'll keep that diagram, draw IO stuff in the root, because I will use that in the README eventually. So, okay, whoops. Something went crazy there. So let's start with the Golem workflow here. I'll change this later. I just want to get the bits configured to start with. Though I do have the GitHub repo, so I will get that. Go in here. All right, go back to our studio. This is also just me testing switching scenes a bunch because that is one of the reasons. Well, it's a long story why I think it crashed, although I can't prove it yet. But on this computer, I have two desktop environments. One is called Pop OS, which is based on GNOME. The other is based on XFCE, which is a very older desktop environment. And I think my whole CLI scripts were causing this weird notification to occur every time, and it was kind of messing up the window capture. And eventually, whenever I was transitioning, it just went. Now, I replicated it a few times last night without even streaming, so I knew something was up. So now I went back to Pop OS tonight and last night when I was through the debugging, and so far it's been holding up, so I feel like we're okay. So we've got shinycal, repo link. Yeah, let's just start running this fun stuff. Got that. Let's set our options. No reason to deviate from MIT. Grab the README. Yep. Boom. Boom. I won't do the tester depths yet, or in this other stuff, but I will do the use utils, UI, and server. I do want those. Oh wait, what happened here? Oh, I didn't check this out. Oh. I'm gonna handle that myself. Add that to container after this. What in the world? Oh, that's bizarre. Let me restart this session. That is extremely bizarre. I wonder if that was the problem with the other package. Maybe I just had a weird thing in the session. That's why I couldn't find it. So anyway, we got our markdown now, so we can use RMD. Yep, now we got it. Okay. I'll just overwrite that. Copy that into the README. No need for this. Okay. I have that now. Okay, let's just compile the README while we're here. Okay, well, in my fancy container setup, it won't actually show the README very well, but we've got it. Okay, yeah. That's looking good. Oh, we got a whole mess in Git. Deal with that later. Go to dev. What do I need dev tools for? For the build vignettes. Yeah, alright. Let's get that in there. In fact, while I'm doing that, I'm gonna... If you want to see some of the fancy stuff in action, I'm going to, on the other directory in VS Code, start to update some of these things so I don't lose track of it. Alright, let's test this out. Yes. Okay, so those packages I've been adding, I want to put them here. Although to be safe, we'll just do the GitHub one for the caldav thing. Look at my history. I'm gonna copy that. I'll just look at it, I'll type it here. Okay. So we've got that. Now over here. We're gonna do dev tools or markdown. Okay. There. Now next time I rebuild this, I'll have them ready to go. Back here. No crashes. That's good. Now let's start declaring all of our dependencies. So we've got the calendar package. And then we're going to have dev packages from GitHub for the other ones. Package, we're just going to copy that to the source. There we go. Those are the only two I need for the calendar itself, but now we gotta do the Toast UI one. And that's from our friends at Dreamers. And by the way, Tan, if you're still watching, let me know if you think the music is too loud or if my mic's too low. I haven't really tested the audio very specifically, so let me know if that's not coming through well or not, if you're still watching. Okay, I need those 3. Music's doing okay. Okay, good. I have like a specific number that somebody recommended to me, so I made sure I put it there. Okay. I'm probably gonna, obviously I'm gonna need things like per. Now, I'm guessing I'm gonna need dplyr. Yeah, it's really meant to be just kind of light background. I might bump it up a little bit just in case. Yeah. Okay. Per dplyr. I'll add more as we go, but this should take care of it for me. So let's start throwing these in the description. Boom. Didn't I just install it? Hold on. Got something crazy here. Or that's good. I mistyped its name. Maybe I mistyped its name. Let me go back to the web page. Yeah, I probably mistyped the name. Let's find out. Why is it saying I don't have it? Oh, that's bizarre. Okay. Oh, weird. This may be a Docker thing. Nah, whatever. Okay, let's see if the same thing happens with this one. Yeah, it's just gonna be crazy. Okay, well, I may just switch to RM for this later, just not yet. Anyway, let's get per and dplyr in here. Okay, good. All right. Now we made that silly app the other day. Just looking at this now, we only had 3 things. Just literally the calendar output as the main thing, so we're just going to do a module for this instead. Back to my dev. So we will call this, well, calendar's too generic. I'm going to call it cal viewer. Should I camel case it or underscore it? Yeah, probably. And then we'll delete this one until we need it. Okay. I do want helper functions for this at some point. Let me remember, fresh in memory what module it applies to. Okay, so let's just get it there now, because I will be putting a lot of that processing into another script. Okay. I think I Yeah, we'll deal with the rest of this later. I need to go into the UI file. We're simply going to call the module. Get rid of some of this nonsense. Frankly, the only reason I'm doing this now is because a lot of this stuff I wanted to get done yesterday because of all the chaos that happened in my house. I couldn't get this part done, and I wanted to at least get the module in a little better shape. Not just copy-paste stuff that was bugging me yesterday, so. Alright. Let me make sure for Toast UI I don't have to do anything special for the UI stuff. I don't think I have to do like a use Toast UI, so I think I just have to, yeah, just work with it. Okay. So this can just stay as is. We'll have to, and here, we need the server. Copy that one. So eventually we'll be in, well, actually, yeah, we should do that here. If I move it to a function, I want to import that calendar in here and then feed it into modcal viewer server as a param. Call it caldav. It's the param name. Now this is where, when Shiny or the Shiny team went to this new module server, I always forget where they put the optional arguments. Is it up here or is it in here? So I gotta refresh my memory. It is. It is then after the ID. Okay, I got it. So what did I call that in the other thing? I called it elements for the update. Okay. So here, okay, I'm going to put in your advice on imports. I'm going to import from post UI, and I think I just need one thing. I just need chart output. Oh, not chart output. Cal output. Calendar output. Yep. Well, one of you said it. It was you. Or I remember I was at a workshop as well. They said the same thing, but I remember I thought we had talked about that. It's been a, that may have been, was that before or after the foot? I forgot now. Anyway, we got it. So we're gonna do up there, up, output. Okay. As simple as it gets. Although I always get paranoid about not wrapping it into a fluid roll. Okay. And then output. Value line. Oh yeah, I gotta import it here. Render calendar, I believe that's what it's called. And then we'll also need, going back to that silly example, put in the dev. Oh no, I didn't move test app yet. I'll have to move that eventually. What was it needs here? Calendar. Oh, okay. Yeah. And cal props. Oh, okay. Now I know why I like to just do the import. We're gonna. Well, we'll see what happens. Yeah, you do the library. Well, I know I'm doing the golem way, so I have to be a little more diligent. But yeah, we'll find out if I miss anything. Okay. We will do the easy way out. We'll do the example to start with, but then I've got it at least in working shape. Oh, we're gonna have to use pipe. Okay, so I will just take the easy way out to start with, just to get this in. Hold on a second. Oh, because I piped into it. Okay, I got it. Alright. We'll put stuff in there eventually. Feel like we've got everything ready. Let's run dev. Oh, I must have mistyped it. What was that called? Cal underscore props, yeah, okay. Now what? Oh, I have to redocument it? I don't have, I changed it. Ah, that's crazy. Okay, well, I just have to nuke the namespace and do it over. I'll do the load all first. Alright, let's try that now. That's bizarre. Golem gives me those functions. What's going on? Or did I not run that yet? Oh, yeah. Okay. Gotta go back here. Yeah, I forgot to run these. Oh, okay. That should give us those files. Golem utils UI. Should have cal 12 and all the other cals here. Yep. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to change something here for a second, because you can't see it on the stream. I have to put it in the viewer thing here. In order to do that, we need to just get the app file created. I'm not going to check it at all. I'm just going to, for now, add the shiny apps.io file. Okay. I don't know in our studio how to make it so that Shiny app goes into the viewer without having to do like it this way in the little toggle here. That's alright. Alright, this should fix it. Go to that. Go to that. There it is. Same thing as before, but now we've got it in Golem, so that's good. Now, I'm feeling adventurous in the next few minutes. I'm going to try making a utility function to grab this. Now, I'm going to do this the Golem way. Going to put some staticky things in here. So, where did my prototyping script go? Get that open for a second. This is like the base URL, and that's always what it's going to be. So I just want to put that into the YAML. Don't like that. What I like is the cal host. This is where we're gonna just put it like this. This may be over engineering, but I don't care at this point. PR. Oh, I don't know if I can glue from something that doesn't import it. Oh, this is too much. Yeah, we'll just go back to the way it was. Don't need to over-engineer it. Yeah, I'll just throw it in there for now. All right. Slug, and we will. Oh rats! Where did my hello script go? our oxygen skeleton in here. Alright, let's start importing the functions I need. Well, caldav only had like one thing, right? So I can just import that whole thing and just double check. No, yeah, I was gonna throw that in. And then the other one, that calendar package, we really used IC read. Okay. Yeah, I think I figured it out. At least the data, like I think I know what I have to do. It's just going to be kind of like a write the kind of the strings gotten from caldav to a temp file, and then read that temp file to a calendar with IC read, and that basically just gives me the data frame right off the bat. So I think I got it. So we're just gonna have to write it out here. Well, you know the package I should use. Let me see if it's in here or not. That with our package is great for doing like temp things on the fly. Oh, I do have it here. Yep, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, we don't even need the temp file. Yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe we can try that. That's what this function's for, so... Yeah, okay. I get what you mean. So... Let's, go back to here. I'll start copying my temp code and cleaning it up. I got the glue package in here already. I'm gonna start using glue in here. Yep, good. What did I do for that golem? Okay. Cal base URL. Okay, yep.
Thank you for the follow, Galja.
Oh, we got a new follow. Thank you, Galazur. That's cool. Thank you. I don't know why my follower alert didn't make any sound, but that's cool. Thank you. So let's grab that variable. Cal base URL. Oh my gosh. I've been... This is the first for me. We've been rated by Nick Wan. Oh, thank you, Nick. Been loving Sliced. Thanks for doing all that fun show. I had a lot of fun watching last night. So if you're new here, my name's Eric. I am an R programmer, a statistician, and I do a lot of R and Shiny development. And I do a couple podcasts about R, and yeah, welcome. We're doing some very raw Shiny app coding right now for web apps for a fun calendar thing, ironically for streamers. So thank you very much. So I need to figure out. We're using the golem package for the
Thank you for the follow, stay 7 die.
For the Shiny app as an R package. So I just got to refresh my memory on how to grab the environment variables.
Thank you for the follow.
Let me see. Golem utils. You know what? We're gonna go to the source of the docs themselves. Go back here. I use this package like all the time at work, but sometimes I forget about all the parameters. So we're gonna use golem config. There it is. So we want to grab, get golem. Yeah. Just want to grab the golem config. Okay. Alright, so I think I've got app config is, yeah, get golem config. Yep, that's what I want. So I'm gonna grab that for the base URL. Then we're gonna grab that calendar URL. What do we call it? We called it cal base URL. All right. Yeah, so my stream schedule, I'm actually kind of working on that. I was thinking about Tuesday afternoons. Although that's kind of awkward because a lot of people are still working, and even for me, that's technically during my work hours, like around 3:30 Eastern. So I'm actually, tonight was both testing OBS and testing some stuff that went haywire yesterday, but I may, if this goes to plan, I might try Wednesdays. I don't know. I'll see. But for now, it's going to be Tuesday afternoons until I get something more settled down. So yeah, but thanks for inquiring. So let's just make sure that works. Get golem config. I don't know why that didn't. Maybe I have to load it again. Let's see. Okay, let's try that again. Let's make sure that, yeah, that got me in there. Okay, cool. So then we're going to do some glue magic. Glue. Okay. You do the squigglies to get the environment variable in there, val base URL. And then we are going to, I believe, just put the cal slug. And then should do it. Okay. Then cal data, caldav URL, that's all legit. Then we're gonna have this cal data stuff, so that that IC read, for some reason it seemed to only want it in a file. Oh, sorry, I went for the wrong place. There we go. Seemed to only want it as a temp, as like an ICS file, but I feel like that's kind of awkward. We shouldn't have to like write it to a temp file and then bring it back. We should be able to just import in one shot. iCal should work, but okay, yeah, thanks Tan. Maybe we try that. We'll after we get X here, it might. Let's see. Cal X. We'll just kind of do that. We will give this a shot. And let's just read this in. Import cal. Here in caldav, can I find oh, yeah. No, okay. Gotta import that. Oh, wait. Because I didn't do DevTools document. Let's see if that did it. Or did I not type that right? Hold on a second. Dev get all simple auth. Well, we'll prefix it just in case. Maybe I just screwed some up in namespaces. Alright, let's try that. Oops. Hold on. Okay, so there's some weird thing there. Ooh, XML. No, that's a gnarly one. So let's do the browser in this and see what the heck happened here. Okay. So we're here. So cal data. Let's just get the calendar one here. Well, that explains it. That X is empty. What happened there? So it's okay. So it's something I screwed up here. Let's see what that cal data response URL. Oh, I know, because it needs my user account in the URL. I think it needed. Let's go back to the hello page. Get rid of this. Yeah, I'll have to find the script again. URL that we had calendar/our podcast. Yep, okay, that's fine. Yep. Okay, just screwed up that URL reference a bit. Okay, let's try that again. Whoops. Okay, let's step through that. Ooh, promising. Let's see if this does a trick. Of course, I need to return the darn thing. Yeah. Alright. Good. Browser. Load that. Alright. Yeah. Well, that's not what it should be. That should have been all the rows. Yeah, I admit I'm just, yeah, the keyboard shortcuts I always forget. For DevTools, it's just muscle memory to do the command. But what I'm more concerned about is that this is not quite right. Should be 18 rows because we had 18 events on that calendar. So yeah, that's kind of awkward. So it's what we're doing with it here. We may have to go back to that iC read. Unless I'm not using this right. Let's see. X. Lines read in from an iCal file. Well, geez, it should be. Yeah, it's half of it, but it's also the entries themselves are totally different than what we had before. Maybe L apply iCal, or we just map it. Yeah, maybe we map it. We could do that. Okay, let's go back to the browser and find out. Okay, it was Control Shift L. Let's try it. Maybe this. That did a whole lot of. Oh no, Control Shift L. Yeah, that for some reason on my setup does absolutely nothing. So I'm gonna. Oh, thank you for the follow, G-Direct. Thank you very much. Yeah. I'm just gonna go back to my old ways on that one. Okay, let's run this again. Okay, so get our calendar here, and let's try. No, that's not quite gonna do it. It's just empty tibbles here. I want to see the difference between iCal and IC_read. Let me just read that help again. Now that expects a file. So something's different about that. Let's see if we can get to the bottom of this. IC read ICS file. Create object of class iCal. Lines read in from an iCal file. Oh, I feel like that should have worked. I don't know why it didn't. Still very confused about why that didn't pan out. But yet, if I write this out as a temp file and then read it back in, it did seem to work. Until I can get that squared away, I'm just gonna, yeah, I'm gonna use with R to do it. All right, what did we? What's it called? With temp file, yeah. Okay, yeah. I'm sure there will be better ways of doing this, but I just want to get it to work, so now we're gonna do what we did in the other script. And we're gonna cat that out. And read it back in. File TF. And then we're gonna read this back with that function we had before. IC read, okay. Now I think I can assign this. Okay. Let's give it a shot. I know I have incomplete lines, but the good news is that we have it. This is what it should be. So, what we were supposed to see, for those that haven't been following since the beginning, is we have a calendar on Nextcloud that has 18 events right now from various streamers like me and others in the groups I'm a part of, and we're trying to import that into R for this Shiny app. And now we've got the ones that we were looking for. In fact, there was mine right there. I think we're in business, so this is what I want to use for that Shiny app widget. And just want to return this out, so we're gonna get rid of this. So again, not the prettiest, but that's what we got. So, oh, Monica, you, you made it. No crashes. No crashes. And I've been making some fun improvements to the calendar thing, so thanks for joining. I've been rated too. That's the first time it's ever happened. That was pretty cool. So we're gonna stop this. And we are going to then use this function in the app server file. Okay, so we're gonna comment this. Import calendar server. Assign this to, I have the memory of a fish tonight. What did I just call it? Import cal. Yep. I'm just gonna keep the defaults. Do you have any course on Udemy? No, I do not. I've actually used Udemy before. Actually, my Shiny Developer Series has always been intended to be both talking to the developers and practitioners and users of Shiny across our community. But part of me doing these live streams is kind of like my indirect way of teaching the way I develop Shiny apps and certainly answering questions that you all have. So that's, I've never been approached to do a course, but hey, you never know what happens in the future. So what's a job market? Well, that's a good point. I mean, we've got a few kind of independent consultants that are doing their own, like they literally have their own consulting company to help other industries in bigger companies with Shiny development. Dean Atelli, the author of Shiny.js, has his own company. Tanya Casciarelli, another guest that I had last year, she runs her own consulting company as well. And frankly, with the way data science is becoming so prevalent in the many industries, including mine and life sciences, Shiny just enables us to put so many new tools into pipelines to give these great models, these great algorithms, and great operational kind of enhancements in the hands of non-statistical programmers. So I think a lot of industries are using it. Life sciences, as I said, has been a big customer. We're seeing just as much in just general tech sector and business intelligence. It's getting pretty prevalent now. So I'm glad I've been learning it. It's been very useful for my day job. So good. So I think I've got that squared away, and then we are going to run the app just to make sure it all performs well. And for that, we'll go back to the run dev script. Let me just get rid of some stuff that we don't need here. Done with the load script. This is a keyboard shortcut I know very well to grab files. Let's run this. Okay, so that's the example calendar. This isn't the one that we just imported, but it's now a golemized app, and it's running the shinycal stuff. So you can see we got, what's this conference entry? Oh, that's just from the example. Okay, cool. All right. So I will have to probably stop this in a little bit, but I want to keep the momentum going with the server function. And let's start comparing what CalDemo data has with what my version of Wimpy's World calendar has, and we'll see if we can get started. Well, actually, no, I don't do consulting individually. If I had infinite time, I'm actually within a life sciences company as a research scientist. Now they call me principal research scientist, so I'm very much a kind of within the industry kind of role right now. But certainly I'm helping people online as best I can when they have questions. I'm on various Slack channels and Discord for our group, so I'm always happy to help out, but I don't have a full business of it on my own. Like I said, there are other guests that I've had where they do their literal career or their job right now is consulting. But I'm just trying to kind of learn in the open and yeah, help people out when I can. But yeah, so let's run this again and we'll get into the browser. Yep, here we are. So now what's just annoying is that we don't see caldav right now. I'm just gonna have to assign it. Get a map here. Okay, good. And let's grab that post UI demo data. Let's compare them. Yeah, they're sleeping because I'm in the basement and they're on the second level, so I probably will have to close up shop pretty soon. But yeah, that's why I haven't been rated personally yet, if you will. So let's compare these two. caldav is mine. caldav 2 is theirs, and you can see it's definitely different names. So we want to mirror this as best we can. So we need title, which would be in here. The summary. Okay, so we're gonna start looking at stuff. Yeah, we've made a lot of progress tonight. Honestly, I wasn't thinking I was going to get this far because I thought OBS is going to be angry at me again, but it actually has not crashed the entire time I've been on. So it was that using XFCE versus Pop! OS. Pop! OS is not crashing. So that's what I get for trying to be too cute with my setup a month ago or so. Yeah, I know, I'm tempting fate now, but you know, so far so good. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna start processing the to conform to the structure that Post UI needs. Okay, so yeah, I better load the flyer here. So I'm going to select columns, and while we're doing this, I'm going to look at caldav here. And I'm also going to glimpse the other one so I can okay. Oh, well, let me know if the music's too loud. I will turn it down. But actually, when I do my like hands-on real dev work, I do exactly what I'm doing here. I have, I'm a gamer at heart. I grew up in the golden age of gaming, so I love all these remixes I have. And when I was debugging some real HPC stuff few years ago, if I didn't have like Mega Man soundtracks to get me through it, I probably would have thrown my computer against the wall because it was nasty debugging. Absolutely nasty. So, okay. Now, we're going to start renaming stuff. So, title will become summary. Although I do want to kind of look at something here. Let's look at the help file for this for a second. Oh, we have a name conflict because of the calendar package and Toast UI, so we better namespace this. Okay. That could have been worse. All right. Okay. So data, a data frame of schedules data. So let's see. So they don't say like what's required and what's not, but we're just gonna try and mimic this as best we can. So title is summary, body should be description. Let's go back to description, yep. Okay. Recurrence rule is... I don't really see recurrence rule here, or anything equivalent to it. Although I see the sequencing, I'm not sure if that's going to be important. Oh, R rule. Oh, okay. Let's look at the unique values of that. Week, weekly, by day equal W, that must mean Wednesday, and then until is like the date it would stop, I think. Yeah, that would be cool to see a well, you know, somebody's going to do a conference talk about media streaming in R, yeah, and we'll see who that fellow is. That's me, by the way. I need to start getting my materials together for that. So, I have to make a decision about that actually. So for those who aren't aware, I'm going to be giving a talk at the Use R conference, virtually, of course, in July, about using open source media software to produce like streams and other video tutorials with R. So, so they gave me a choice. I could pre-record it, or I do it live. If I pre-record it, I have to get it done probably within the next 2 weeks, and that's not looking good. But if I do it live, of course, A, that's nerve-wracking, and B, you know what I'll have to do, Monica? I'm gonna have to somehow show OBS within OBS, like he did. And you know his computer is extremely fancier compared to mine, and I don't know if I can pull it off. I do actually have 2 versions of OBS on here. I've got the Snap package, and I've got the Ubuntu standard version. So technically I can run them both. And I just have to practice it a little bit, because that Ubuntu one is obviously stripped down. It doesn't have any plugins like what he has in the Snap one. So I'm still thinking about it, but yeah, it's starting to come up sooner than later. Now, what's interesting here is that we're going to compare the uniques of caldav R rule with caldav 2 of recurrence rule. And that just has every week or NAs. And this, if we detect that it says weekly, that's basically every week in this context. So we might just do a little string searching in an anonymous function and just translate it. But we'll select the column first, and then we will change it. Recurrence rule is going to be R rule. Remote onto the computer as if it was a server. I thought about that because I do have multiple computers in this house, but like I said, there's lots of things that could go crazy with it. I don't know, but yeah. Okay, so start and end. That should be just like... Ooh, this is going to be crazy. I have 4 versions of DT start in our Wimpy's World calendar. They each have different time zones. So just for simplicity, but you can see it depends on who made it, because DT start is missing for some and not all. So let me inspect the data a little bit, because I feel like I've got to get a better understanding of that. So it should be missing for the other time zone. So in other words, I just want to take whatever is not missing for each of the, like the 6 columns here. That's going to be gnarly. I'm not sure if I'll be able to have the mental capacity to do that one tonight, but just for simplicity, we're just going to take one of them and then change it later. We're going to take this one. No, you know what? That has very little entries. We'll take the European one. So what do I need to call this? I need to call this start. Whoops. And then N would be basically the same thing. I think it's DTN. Oh, let's see. Wonder if I can collace contains. I have never used collace before. I feel like that came up in some discussions I saw online. We could give that a shot. Let me just program this first. BTN, TZID, yep, okay. So we got start and category. That's either time or all day. I'm just gonna, I'll impute that later. Location. I think we do have location here. Okay, that's easy. Yep. Okay, first let's make sure I'm able to I'll call it a different name because I'll probably need this later. Let's see if this part works. Cal sub 18 observations of 6 variables. Yep. Okay, so we've got that. Now, part of me wonders if I just feed this in now, if it'll actually work. Yeah, it won't be complete, but I just want to see if it actually processes it or not. So then we're going to break this up a bit. I'll change the styling later, but now, instead of this, we're gonna do cal sub. I'm gonna write what you just said, Tan, and make sure I don't forget. I'm gonna put that as a comment here. This contains ETs. Okay, I'll clean that up later, but I want to make sure I don't forget. Yeah, I highly doubt it'll. I mean, unless you're just way luckier than I am, I usually never get it right the first time. So, okay, well, let's just give this a shot. Let's see what happens here. What did I screw up? Oh, commas. Always the commas in Shiny apps. Well, look at that. So obviously there's some haywire because it has 8 events on one day, but it actually kind of worked. So we have some shenanigans to solve, but although what's this about? Oh, well, yeah. So let me make this bigger so y'all can see this. Whoops, that's not the... I forgot the shortcut for this. We're gonna zoom in on the viewer. So obviously something crazy is happening. We get NANs all the time for the times. We got some stuff. The location got mangled, but hey, we're getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere. So, you know what? That's pretty good. I'm actually pretty happy to get this far, and it's already almost 12:30. So I'm like one of those people that kind of wants to quit while you're ahead almost, and this is way, way farther than I thought it would get tonight. Absolutely, way farther. So I am feeling pretty good. It's just now munging this, using some techniques to get the time zones right and just making it mimic that demo data. I think we're really farther along than we were before. So that's good stuff. So let me stop this. And before I forget, I am just gonna commit the heck out of this thing. I should be intelligent about these. I should, but I'm not going to be. I'm just going to throw it all in. In other words, don't do this in real production. I'm just committing everything right away. Oh, this silly thing. Because of my OBS setup, you won't be able to see that, so... Let me, I gotta do it the old-fashioned way. We actually just talked about this, I think, on the previous stream, Tan, of how we do commits. We're going straight up command line now. We're just gonna add all the things. Yep. Yeah, I'll be fancy like you. We're just gonna do it all in one line. Big commit. Wait, night stream, everybody. Alright. And then push the main. Oh, yeah. I forgot. So this is an annoying thing about Docker. You have to always set up the Git credentials once. I gotta figure out how to put this in my Docker files somehow. I always forget. Always forget. Let me see, did that get everything right? Oh yeah, I didn't get the commit, yeah. So we have to go from here. Yeah. What in the world was that about? What did I do wrong there? Hold on a second. Oh, it's master, not main. Oh yeah, because I did the template of this from my other repo. Yeah. Well, we got close. I mean, it's not for me being silly. It would have happened. So let's do a double check. Let's go to the browser. Let me fix something first. All right, let's go to GitHub and check it out. It's not showing in my recent one, so I just have to go to my repos. 24 seconds ago. Oh yeah, that's it. That is all the stuff. Ooh, nice. Okay. I am happy with that. That is very successful. That is, wow, like I said, I feel like I'm a lot farther than I thought I would be. And now, after the munging gets done, we get to the real fun stuff. We start automating some parts of this. We start bringing it in and writing it out so that we can use that widget that we've run and be able to send that back to Nextcloud and have it render back dynamically. So we're really, we're in good shape here. Just run it one more time, make sure I didn't break anything during that nonsense. Yes, we got the calendar here. Lets you navigate, yep. Good stuff. All right. So, I think I will wrap that up here tonight. And so, certainly, I appreciate any of you that have been tuning in from the beginning. Tan, you've been here for almost from the start, and also those that have come from other streams. If you like, you know, learning about R and learning about how we do these great web applications with Shiny, yeah, feel free to tune in to future streams and also check out our the Shiny Developer Series on YouTube, where you can learn more about some of the great things that I've been up to, as well as obviously the great things that the community has been working on, both at our studio directly and also through you know, practitioners and other users like myself and others. So I will close up here, and certainly give me a follow on Twitter if you want to keep up to date with what I'm up to. And I hope I can make this regular. Like I said, it's either going to be Tuesday afternoon, or I might maybe try this more often on Wednesday nights. I don't know, but we'll see. So test is successful, Shiny app development successful. That's a good night, and I better get some sleep because it's another early morning at the day job. So I will see you all next time, I hope, and have a great night or a great morning wherever you are, and see you next time. Thanks, everybody.